Hi guys, Lori here. I'm here to start a new reading blog. And so what I'm going to do in this reading blog is I have a bunch of reads that I really want to get to before the end of the year. I am still a little bit hesitant about choosing my TBR for December because December is always a month where I just kind of try to solve all my goals. So I'm going to tell you the books that I'm pulling from for this weekend. It's a lot of books. No way will I finish all of these books. There's just no way. But these are the books that I'm pulling from. Some of these came from my top 10 reads of the year. Some of these are books I started in the year and then just didn't finish. And some of these are other books in a series or concluding books in a series. So the first book is Magic, The Circle Opens by Tamara Pierce, book 1, The Magic Steps. And I actually I know exactly how much I read. I read 86 pages in this book and I wound up putting it down. I really want to go back and read this again and properly. I just don't think I was in the mental space to read it, but I did get up to page 86. Another book that is on this list is Tithe by Holly Black. I did get the bind up, but if I wind up reading this now, I will probably read this copy because I can easily take it with me, especially because I'm going to the city tomorrow. So this is the first fairy series that she wrote. And I've heard really mixed things about it, honestly. But I still do want to read it because I want to reread the Folk of the Air series next year. My friend also gifted me a copy of The Last Chance Hotel by Nikki Horton. And this is a middle grade novel that she really enjoyed. And she really doesn't like middle grade as much as I do, but she really liked it. And it's just about this last chance hotel, and he has to solve a bunch of mysteries. This book did come from my TBR that I made it. This is Our Story by Ashley Elston. And this is a slow burn mystery that super space chick loves. And I think it's about this girl named Kate. She winds up interning at the district attorney's office, and they're dealing with a case where 4 walked into the woods, 5 went in, and only 4 walked out. And she's going to try to solve that case. Another book that I wound up picking up recently was Fireborn by Rosamund Muda, and this is like a dragon fantasy novel. So, the next book I'll be pulling from is Sight Witch by Susan Dinner. This book is really, really short. This book is like not even 300 pages, but if I wanted to really read Blood, the next book in the series, and this I have to read first. These are books that are all on my TBR, except for on my top reads of the year that I really wanted to tackle. So, Say You'll Remember Me by Katie McGarry is one of the only books by Katie McGarry that I have not read. I know this is going to break my heart in a bunch of tiny little pieces, but I'm prepared, I think. Also, Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo. I am so angry at myself because I got this book so long ago. I even went to the signing, and I just never wound up reading it. So this is also on that list. Archenemies, which is the second book in her superhero series, which I never wound up continuing with, but I really did like the first one. I didn't love it. It had some pacing issues that I wasn't that fond of. Heart So Fierce and Broken, which is the sequel to A Curse So Dark and Lonely, which I really do want to read. And Finale by Stephanie Garber, which is the final to that series. So, these are all my possible reads, but and also the reason I'm doing this reading vlog and I'm going to end it Sunday night is because Monday starts the Tis the Season-a-thon, and I just wanted to do a bunch of reading before I go back to work because this was the one weekend that I specifically did not bring home any work, so I do have a lot of time to read. I am going Christmas shopping tomorrow, but I do have a lot of time this week, so I would love to tackle a bunch of reads. So I'm going to go choose my next read, and I'll come back and tell you guys about it. Bye. I always panic a little bit when I do random number jaders and I try to switch the system, but I've decided I'm just going to read the book that is chosen first. So I decided to start pick up Sight Witch, which is like a novella that is set in the same world. Before I read Blood Witch, I have to read this. It's not that long. It has illustrations in it. It has writing in it. And it's literally not even 300 pages. So I'm going to take this with me, and I'm going to read this tonight and before I go to bed. And then I'm also going to take with me in my book sleeve the Magic Steps, because it's really, really short, and if I wind up finishing it, I just want to have something else to read. So this is what I'm going to start reading. I'll probably update you guys before I go to bed. But yeah, these are the 2 reads I'm going to start with this weekend and see how much progress I make. But I'll update you guys when I have an update. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, Lori here. I'm about to head to the city to do some Black Friday shopping and go see Frozen 2. But I did want to check in and say that I did start Sight Witch by Susan Dennard, and I actually am like intrigued. This is like a super short book, and it has like a really like unique premise. Like, it's definitely a novella because it's not that long. It's like, I think it's like not even 230 pages, but it basically is written by this Sight Witch in this series. And what it says is she gave this book to Cullen because Cullen no longer remembers who he is, and she actually helps him through this book. So whenever you give someone a Sight Witch book, they read the story that they must read, which I think is a fascinating premise. I like that. But we're basically following Reber, and she is a Sight Witch, and slowly every single Sight Witch in her community goes missing, and she's the only one left, but she's never been called. And then eventually her path is crossed with Cullen, but it's also filled with, like, you know, drawings and information about being a Sight Witch, which I'm finding really, really compelling. It's been a while since I read the Truth Witch series. I said this, like, a long time ago. I really did love Truth Witch. No, sorry. I struggled with Truth Witch, but I loved Wind Witch. It's been a while, so I really should read this, and then maybe I'll tackle Blood Witch by the end of the year. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff I have to read by the end of the year, but I'm going to figure that out tonight when I come back. So, I'm going to make some progress on this, and if I by chance finish it, I have another book in my bag. So, I am off for Christmas shopping and to go see Frozen 2, and I'll talk to you guys when I get back. Bye. Hey guys, Lori here. I'm here to do my December TBR. I'm so shocked that it is already December, and this year is going to end. I'm actually really excited for the end of the year. I mentioned it in my previous reading blog, which will probably be posted after this, that I have decided to do a type of bookmas. So the last 2 weeks of the month, I'm going to do all my year roundups, and then the first 2 months of January, I'm going to do my like prep for the year. So that's kind of how I'm going to do bookmas, and I'm going to start filming pretty soon. So I'm going to try to get some of these reads in back and be done early. But I also am participating in 2 readathons this month. The first one is the 'Tis the Season-a-thon, which is hosted by Super Space Chick and Bookables. That is going to be the first week of December, which starts actually Monday. And then I'm hosting a reading challenge on my Time Warp YA book club group. We're not actually doing any like individual reads this month, but we are doing a challenge of like 5 different prompts, and I will talk about those as I do this TBR. I have a very ambitious TBR, I'll be very honest. But I really like went through all my lists, and I'm trying to be a little bit more organized and actually finish the books on my TBR that I started or I wrote like at the beginning of the year, because I really haven't finished a lot of them. So enough about that. I am not going to talk about my 'Tis the Season-a-thon books. If you want to see that, a video will be posted, I think, Monday or Tuesday. So those will have all those. But these are the other books that I hope to tackle before 2019 ends. The first book is, I hope my friend doesn't watch this, but I'm giving this to my friend Conceal Don't Feel, but I really do want to read it before I give it to her. I just literally saw Frozen 2 today. So I would love to read this before I give it to her. That may not happen. I don't see her very often, so maybe I can read it, but this is definitely on my list. This is A Twisted Tale, and it's what if Anna and Elsa never knew each other. So that sounds really interesting, and maybe I will like it. I really liked the Ariel one when I read it, so I'm hopeful that this book will, again, just be a nice way to start the holiday season, because it's Frozen. The next book is one that I really hope to finish in November, and that is Lodestar, which is the 4th book in the Keeper of the Lost City series. I'm really loving this series, and I really hope to finish it in early 2020, but this is definitely high on my list for December. I don't want to say anything, but The end book ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger, and I need to know what happens next. This was one of the books that was high on my top 10 reads of the year. Sock Hill Curls by Claire Legrand. This is also for the end of the year book. This is a gift because someone gave this to me. But this is like, I think it's like a psychological mystery with like a mystical or fantasy element. I haven't heard the best things about this book, but it was on my TBR, so I am gonna try to get to it. We will see how I feel, and it seems perfect because it's the right book that I think can like transition me from fall to winter. So hopefully I enjoy it. Also, these books, for a majority of them, are like massive. So we will see how many of these I actually do wind up finishing. I am in the middle of reading Sight Witch by Susan Dennard, and the next book is Blood Witch. And honestly, this was the one that was on my TBR, but if I don't finish it, I might just count Sight Witch. But this is the third book in the series, and it also can count for a concluding book in the series. I am really not sure if this series is over, but if once I catch up with this book, I'll be done with the series until another book comes out, so that could also count. And then the next book is one that Reagan really enjoyed, and that's Fireborn by Rosemary Munda. And this is a dragon fantasy novel. That's all I know about it, but I know she really enjoyed it. And another book from my TBR, which also could count as like a gift for the Tis the Season-a-thon, is This Is Our Story by Ashley Elston. And this is just a mystery. A girl winds up interning at the DEA, and she gets wrapped up in a case where 5 boys go into the woods and only 4 boys come out. I know Super Space Chick said that this was like one of her favorite reads of the year that she read it, and I have thoroughly enjoyed all of Ashley Elston's reads that I have currently read, so I'm super excited to finally get around to reading that. This is another one that was on that list, and it's Say You'll Remember Me by Katie McGarry, and I have another one of Katie McGarry's books on this TBR to talk about at the end. This book I know is going to break my heart, and I've been putting off reading it, but I don't want to put it off anymore. I want to have all her books read, so I'm going to dive into this one. Hopefully it doesn't make me too emotional. The next one is a book that's been on my TBR for like 4 years, and that is, or 3 years, and that is Wonder Woman Warbringer. And I have read most of the other books in this companion series, and I just never read this one, and I almost got trampled trying to get this at BEA. I met her and got it signed. Yeah, so this I really want to read. I'll be so disappointed in myself if I don't read this before the end of the year, but we'll see. My friends are all telling me that I have to read Supernova, so I have to read Archenemies first by Marissa Meyer. And this, I remember I had mixed thoughts about Renegades, but I really did like the end, so I'll be curious to see if I do like this book as well. The next one is a concluding book in the series, and that is Finale by Stephanie Garber. And this is the last book in her series. I actually liked Legendary a lot more than Caraval, so I'll be curious to see my thoughts on this. And the last physical read on this TBR is A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kimmerer. This is the sequel to A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I also have Meet Me at Midnight by Jessica Pennington on this TBR, and Echoes Between Us by Katie McGarry, and they both come out in early 2020. And the audiobook I'm starting the year with, or the month with, is My True Crush Gave to Me, which is part of the Tis the Season-a-thon. And I'm currently listening to 2 Harry Potter books. So that is my really impressive TBR. These books are massive. I do mean massive. The Circle Between Us Magic Steps is by Tamara Pierce. I do have that. It's just in my bag. But yeah, that is my pretty impressive TBR. I am planning on doing a couple of readathons this month because I am off for a week. I always do one going into the new year, and I'll probably do one like around the Christmas break as well. So yeah. I'm going to go start reading because I have a lot of stuff to do, and let me know in the comments what are some books you guys hope to read, and also for my end of the year prompts, if you guys want to participate at home, the prompts that I chose, and the link to the TBR and Beyond group will be in the comments, is last book in a series, a holiday themed book, a read that you put off all year, and a new to you author. But yeah, let me know in the comments what are some books that you hope to read, what are some goals you're really trying to complete before 2020, and I'll talk to you guys next month for my reading wrap up. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back. So I did actually want to making a bunch of progress on Site Witch, but I did go to the city, I did do a bunch of Christmas shopping, and I did see Frozen 2. So Frozen 2 was awesome. I'm listening to the soundtrack as we speak. I have to figure out what I'm going to eat because I eat so much food in the city. I'm not like remotely hungry, but I know if I don't eat now, I'm not going to eat. I'm going to be like, wake up at 3 a.m. and be like starving. So I'm going to go figure out what I'm going to eat. And then I literally have about like 50% of this book left. But I did make a bunch of progress. I love the structure. I love how we're getting like various point of views in this. It's just really, really interesting. It's a very, very short book. So I'm definitely going to tackle the rest of this tonight. But I don't want to say too much because like it's a novella set like 2 books in. So like, but you do follow a Site Witch. And I really do like Site Witches. I think that they have like an interesting like role in this society. And we do see Cullen again, which I really do like. So yeah, I'm gonna go read this and then I will come back and let you guys know my thoughts. I should be able to finish this tonight. But yeah, talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm just checking back in. I just wanted to say that I did get up to page about 150 in Site Witch, and Cullen and the lady have now met. So I'm curious to see how this book ends and like what's the purpose of it. It's been a while, I'll be honest, since I read this series, so I was hoping that this would like refresh my memory before I dive into Blood Witch. I'm definitely gonna have to reread like a summary of Wind Witch because it's been like a while. But I am really liking it. I think it's a very interesting structure of a novel. You get a lot of information about a bunch of different characters, and then you learn a lot about Site Witches in general. It also does expand the world a little bit, which I really like. I feel like this is a more effective one than like the Red Queen novellas that I read recently, but I really am liking it. I really do love the world. I really do love the characters. I just wish my frame of reference was a little bit sharper. Like maybe I should have reread like Wind Witch before I read this, but I did definitely want to read it because it was on my top reads of the year to tackle, so that's why I'm doing that. So I'm going to go back to reading, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, Lori here. I just wanted to say that I did wind up finishing Site Witch by Susan Dennard. I really did enjoy it. I like the way this book was structured. I really like the end, how Cullen connected to it, because I really do like Cullen as a character. I'll be really curious to see how this book affects the whole like story, because it's been a while since I read the series, as I said before. But I would give this book like 3 stars. I think it was a nice novella. I thought it was an interesting way to structure a novella. I really liked all like the pictures and the writing and the side stuff we got. But I think the point of views of the characters weren't always like this. There was a lot of point of views in this, and I felt like it didn't always connect in the end. So I'm giving this 3 stars overall. But I am excited to read Blood Witch soon. So I'm going to go choose my next read, and I'll check in and let you guys know what it is. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. So the read that the number generator system generated for me was 14, and that is Archenemies by Marissa Meyer. I did warn you guys, and I said this in my TBR. Every book I have on my December TBR is like massive. So these books are going to take me a while. I would love to finish this book in a weekend, like tomorrow on Sunday, because I want to start a new book on Monday. So that is my plan. I know that I liked Renegades. I didn't love it, so I'll be curious to see how I feel about this book. It's been a while since I read it too, so yeah. But I'm gonna go read it, and I'll read a couple pages at least, and let you guys know my thoughts. See you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, Lori here. I'm back. I just wanted to say that it is the last day of November, and I did start Archenemies yesterday, but I'm only on page 6. So I'm going to I have to go to the dentist today, which I'm not that thrilled about, but on the way to the dentist, I'm going to try to read a little bit and decompress before I have to go to the dentist. And then when I come home, I would love to get like 100 pages into this book to see how I'm feeling. As I said in the previous clip, I didn't love Renegades, I liked it, but I didn't love it. But I'm curious to see how I feel about the subsequent book in the series. And I do have book 3. I did post, at this point, I did post my December TBR, and the books on that are like massive. So I would love to have a bigger book. And this book is close to 500 pages. I know that I finished, my last book I finished was Two Dark Reigns, and that I read super fast. So, because the pacing was really, really good. So, I'm curious to see how this one works. But I'm going to go read for a bit before I go to the dentist. And then I will come back and let you guys know my thoughts. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I just came back from the dentist and I wound up reading like 26 pages in Archenemies by Marissa Meyer. I'm definitely like reacquainting myself with the world because it's been a while. I definitely remember the immediate end of this book. Like I remember the last like 2 pages, so I know that part. But I am forgetting like the subtleties, so it's gonna take me a little while to like remember, reacquaint myself with the characters. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna read for like a half an hour, watch some old booktuber videos, and then I'm gonna go craft for a bit, and then I'm gonna come back in when I'm done with that. But I'll check in before I start crafting, let you guys know how much progress I made. Right now I'm on page 26. So check back in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I just wanted to do a quick update. I did want to making like 20 more pages in Archenemies by Marissa Meyer. My book is over there. I was taking some Instagram photos. But I'm getting back into the story. I'm finally rereading all the characters. It's been a while since I read Renegades. I think I read Renegades like 2 years ago. So I'm going to finish this book and then I'm going to make my decision if I need to reread Renegades before I read Supernova. I probably won't need to, but I will say that I definitely prefer her fantasy series to this series, but I really do like the characters. I think Adrian is just my favorite. I love how these characters have multiple identities that only some people know about. So, like, for me as an audience member, I just have to remember who knows what information. But I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to go make my calendar. I hope to finish this today, and I'm going to go watch WALL-E, which is one of the Pixar movies that I have not seen. When I'm done crafting, I will update you guys. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Small change of plans. I realized that I have no bookish decor for my Bookstagram photos for December, so I really need to go pick that up stuff and pick up a few other little things. So I'm going to actually go run to town and take my audiobook of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix with me, because I'm still trugging my way through that. When I come back, I'll show you guys the props that I wound up getting. I have some candles and I picked up a Funko yesterday, but I want to get a few more little things, maybe some Christmas. There's a couple of prompts for the month that I don't like have anything for, so I think I'm gonna take my my planner with me and actually use this as a resource. So anything I don't have, I'll probably just like pick up there. So little things, but stuff that I would like to have to organize. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and when I come back, I'll do a mini haul for you guys about what I wound up getting. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back. I didn't get everything that I wanted, but I did get some basics so that I can actually start Bookmas tomorrow. And I am going to be doing my Bookmas introduction video tomorrow as well. I'm going to film and give you guys a little bit more specifics about it, because I really haven't chatted about it officially on any of my channels. So I'm probably going to do that either tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to post it just to tell you guys what to expect. By the time you guys watch this video, that will already have been posted. But I decided to do a Peanuts theme for Bookstagram on my Instagram anyway for the month of December. So I got this fuzzy blanket. This is the only one that was really like Christmassy. And then I picked up this. So they'll be featured in all of my Instagram photos. I also got some cards and some other stuff for the holidays. But that was all the bookish stuff. So I'm going to finally get back to crafting. And I hope to start reading at like I really am not that far into Archenemies, and I really want to make a bunch of progress. I doubt I'm going to finish it by Monday, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to read as much as I can, and then I'm going to pick up a contemporary for a while, and then that will be my first 2 reads of the year. So I'll definitely talk a little bit about that tomorrow, because technically it will be December 1st, but the Tis the Season of Fun starts on Monday, so I still have a day. I doubt I'm going to finish all of Archenemies unless I have an incredible reading night, but I am off to get some a seasonal drink, probably just iced tea, which is not seasonal at all, but to me it's my favorite drink. Watch Wally and do some crafting. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Is Lori here. I am officially wearing my favorite sweater of the year. All I want for Christmas is my Hogwarts sweater. And it is about 7:30, so I did a bunch of crafting. I worked out. I planned all of my Bookmas videos, and I put up my announcement video, which I was really happy about. And then I wound up filming my recap video looking at my 2019 goals, and I filmed that. But now I got back down to reading, and I picked up Archenemies again. I got up to page 62. I'm gonna try my hardest. I literally did most of my errands today, so that tomorrow I can come home, go to yoga in the morning, maybe film a video, and then just read for the rest of the day. I also did finish watching Wally, so I need to watch Up at some point, and then I can keep going with my watch of all the Pixar movies that I haven't seen yet. But I definitely do want to make some more progress on Archenemies. And I will admit, this reading month, well, starting tomorrow because it's December 1st, the books I have in my TBR are like massive. So I really do want to devote a lot of reading time today to this and tomorrow to it. Because the next week is the Tis the Season-a-thon that I want to focus on holiday reads. So I would love to finish this before Monday, but I doubt that's going to happen. But hey, we will see. But yeah, so I'm going to go back to reading, and I will definitely check back in when I make a little bit more progress, or probably when I switch over to a movie. But yeah, talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, I'm just checking back in. I want to say that I did make a little bit more progress on Archenemies. I'm now on page 75, and I have to say, this plot I'm really liking so far. There's always something that happens in like superhero movies or like any type of superhero movie or superhero story that like there's always like, I don't want to spoil it, but like this book is reminding me a lot of like Civil War right now. So if you've seen the movie Civil War, it has some similar elements that I'm really like enjoying. It's definitely a faster paced read than the Renegades, which I'm really liking so far. And I really am liking Adrian's character. I'm still growing to like Nova. Some of her like plot stuff I think is like a little bit awkward, but I really do like the character of Max, like the way we're being introduced to everybody. So yes, that's my thoughts right now. I am gonna read for about an hour more, so it's 9:05. I'm gonna check in at 10:05, and then I'm probably gonna go watch Up, the Pixar movie, which I've never seen before. So that's my plan right now, and I'll check in when I'm done reading. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Lori here. I'm just checking back in. I wanted to say that it is about 10 o'clock, and I did wind up getting up to 100 pages in Archenemies. I would love to finish another 100 pages tomorrow and then come back to this the following week because I really do want to do Tis the Season-a-thon, and this has nothing to do with Tis the Season-a-thon reads, like, at all. So I'm going to see how much progress I can make tomorrow on it, but I'm leaving off on page 100. And tomorrow I'm going to go to yoga in the morning, do my Instagram posts, and spend the rest of the day reading. So I'm really going to see how much of this book I can read. Tomorrow is December 1st, so I would like to make a bit of progress. I'm also going to try to film a couple of videos tomorrow for the Bookmas plans I'm doing, and I am decided that I am going to do 3 giveaways at the start of Bookmas, and they're going to end the week that I'm off, so that will work. So I'm going to plan those tomorrow, and I'm going to read a lot of Archenemies. So far, I'm really liking this book. I'm really liking the characters. We're finally getting to see more from Nova's point of view. The first half of this book is very much told from Adrian's point of view. But I'm liking the structure of this book a lot. I think there's a lot of moving pieces in this book, and there's a lot of storylines. There's also a lot of secrets, and me as a reader, I have to remember who knows what. So right now I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to hope to dive into a bit more tomorrow. And that's my plan, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for another update. Bye. Here, sorry for the weird angle. I'm trying to get myself organized. I just got home from yoga. I'm wearing just one more chapter shirt that I got at BookCon this year. But I did make a little bit of progress on Archenemies by Marissa Meyer. I'm now on page 132. I definitely am liking the structure of this novel. I think it's much stronger than Renegades immediately, like off the bat. I struggled a little bit with the pacing in Renegades because the structure just was awkward to me. But I do like the team element. I do like how there's like a lot of secrets. And I do like the element of a cure element has been introduced. Sorry, that's a spoiler. So I am going to go do some laundry and do some prep stuff, and then I'll come back and let you know what I'm going to do. I'm also planning my Bookmas videos, which I'm really excited about. So I'm going to go do that, and when I come back, I'll let you guys know what the plans are for today. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Note, if you are international for both of these, if you wind up entering and winning, your prize will be a $25 credit to Book Depository. So you can choose any book you want as long as it's under $25. For America, you guys get the art pack. Sorry guys, I wish I could ship international, but it's just a little bit more expensive, and Book Depository has free shipping. So, just as a reminder, blog prize is this collection of ARCs. If you're American, if you're not American, you guys get a $25 credit to Book Depository. YouTube, your prize pack are these two books, and if you are not from America, you get a $25 credit to Book Depository. Just wanted to clarify that because I know everyone's going to be asking in the comments. But yeah, so again, to wrap up this, I hope you guys enter, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Here, it's almost 2 o'clock. I did a bunch of errands. I did a couple of errands. I set up some stuff for Bookmas, which I was really excited about. And yeah, so now I'm back to crafting. I did set up my Harry Potter advent calendar, which is right there. I took some Bookstagram photos for 'Tis the Season-a-thon, which is tomorrow. I'm working on a calendar, and I'm listening to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I realized that if I listen to 2 chapters a day, I can maybe finish this book before the end of the year, which would be incredible. I literally just filmed my my goal reflections, and this is one of my goals I had. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to finish it, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to finish it. After this week, I have a lot of listening hours, so I'm hopeful that I could, potentially finish it this year. I am so far behind on this podcast. It would be nice to be done with these episodes, but I'm not going to rush myself. I'm just going to take my time. So I'm going to go back to crafting, and when I'm done crafting, I want to at least finish this calendar today. I am going to go and I'm going to go read. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hey guys, Lori here. I'm just checking back in. I did change my backdrop a little bit. I just decided to sit in my chair that I never use, because I realized that when I read in my bed, I tend to get really, really sleepy. So I'm trying to stay up longer just because I have so much stuff to do this month. But I did wind up making a lot of listening progress on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I'm listening to the audiobook of it, and then I'm listening to a podcast discussing it. So I'm listening to the chapters about the bribe with Lupin, which I haven't listened to in a while. And I was listening to a chapter earlier today where it was right when they left the burrow and they were running away. And I noticed stuff in this chapter never noticed before. So that's why I like to reread books like that, especially complicated series, because you pick up on stuff you never really picked up on before. But if you have not reread Harry Potter in the last couple of years, I know MuggleCast is doing a re-listen to Order of the Phoenix right now, which I'm listening to, and Deathly Hallows I'm doing with Aloha Mora. But there are so many podcasts out there that are doing rereads of Harry Potter, and I'm really liking it. It's taken me about, I can complete it in 2019. It's taken me about 3 years to finish all these books, so it's pretty impressive. But other than that, I am still reading Archenemies. I'm on page 136. I doubt I'm going to finish this book today. I just doubt it. But I am going to pick my next read for the season-a-thon, and I'll do that later in the evening. And I'm definitely going to start a new vlog for tomorrow. So this vlog will finish out how far I do get. So I'm going to go back to reading, and I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I just wanted to do a small check-in. It is almost 5:30, which means it is the last day of my break. But I feel like I got a lot accomplished Bookmas-wise, which I'm really happy with. And I'm actually really liking Archenemies. I remember I really struggled to read Renegades. I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought the pacing was weird. And I just wasn't as connected to the characters as I wanted to be. But this book is a totally different experience. I'm really liking it. I'm loving the plot elements. I'm loving the characters in this book. Nova's still not my favorite. But I think that's kind of the point, because she really is supposed to be, for some regards, an unlikable character. But I really do like Adrian. I like all the side characters. I like the family dynamics that we're seeing. There's one element at the end of last book that still hasn't like come around yet, so I'm curious to see when that does. Um, but I'm really liking it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm on page 183. My goal is to get up to page 250 by the end of tonight because I'm gonna put the book down and I'm gonna go choose my Tis the Season read. But ultimately, I'm really enjoying it, and I will definitely finish this book this month. I will actually pick it up right after Tis the Season-a-thon, but right now, really enjoying it. Enjoying it a lot better than I did Renegades. So if you had a similar issue and you really didn't like Renegades and you've been putting off Archenemies like I have been, I would maybe recommend you pick it up. It is a very, very thick book, as I said to all my books in my December TBR, but I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to go watch some Vlogmas videos, and I'm going to go read, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye.
Hi guys, Lori here. I'm just checking back in. It is 7:30 on December 1st, and I have made quite a bit of progress on Archenemies by Marissa Meyer. I'm now on page 216. My goal is to get up to 250, and then I'm going to close out this reading vlog and do the prep for tomorrow, and I'm starting a whole new read for Tis the Season-a-thon. But I'm really liking this book. I think the structure is a lot more engaging than the first one, as I keep saying. I'm really liking the characters. Nova is one of those characters that always irritates me just a little bit. Like, she's not my favorite, I'll say that. But I really do like Adrian. I like all the side characters, and I do like the plot a lot better than the first book in the series. And it's just a very, very fast-paced read. I really like the world. I always say this. You have to really give a book series a second book because the world building is so complicated. And I think, especially in this book series, now it's a pretty like well-established world. And I've read it a while ago, like 2 years ago, but I still have a pretty good memory about what happened. And this book is really good at like reinforcing what you read. So I have to read about 30 more pages, and that's what I'm going to go do. And then I'm going to come back in and close out this reading vlog. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm here to wrap up this reading vlog. I did get up to page 250 on Archenemies. And I'm actually going to keep reading, but I want to close out this reading vlog and just recap what I wound up reading. I did wind up making a bunch of progress on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, which has been a really long project for me. I'm really hopeful that I can actually finish that book this month. That's my goal. I'm on chapter 10, I think, and I have to get up to like 36, I think, but I think it's doable. But I have to admit, Archenemies is actually really surprising me. I'm really liking this novel. The character of Max in this book reminds me so much of a Max in another series, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't go the way I think it's gonna go. But I really am liking the character. I'm really liking this book. I'm really enjoying this book a lot more than I did the first novel in this series. It's just so different. I am gonna keep reading, but I do want to close out this reading vlog so I can prep my Tis the Season-a-thon vlog. And prep what I'm going to read. I'm going to pick this up next Sunday when I'm done with Tis the Season-a-thon, but I'm going to read it until the end of the evening before I go to bed, but I'm not going to film that. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for spending Thanksgiving weekend with me. I am heading back to work tomorrow. But yeah, and I'll talk to you for my next reading vlog, which will probably be after Tis the Season-a-thon because that vlog will go up during my Bookmas celebration, but I'll talk to you guys for my next video. Bye.